was just minding my business per usual because that's just what I do. And I came across this article that said 125 million US adults are currently living paycheck to paycheck. That brought me back to a time that we were living paycheck to paycheck. Well, really direct deposit to direct deposit, because I mean, nobody's really using paper checks these days, but we were struggling to keep up with the lifestyle we created for ourselves. You know how it go. Keep buying the latest iPhone. Why? Because it's the latest iPhone. What you mean? Keeping up with that new car payment because we need a new whip. I don't see the problem. And pretty much throwing money at any and everything we laid our eyes on. And the craziest thing about it all is, after all of these years of doing it, we just happen to wake up one day and realize, you know what? We do not have to keep living from paycheck to paycheck. Now, I'll tell you, it was not easy. But today, I'll share exactly what we did and how you can break that cycle too. So don't you go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Money coming, money go. I've been at it on the low. Double up.
What's up, guys? This is Monique and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, thanks so much for stopping by, but don't just be a stranger. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button and join the family, because here we go everywhere in life together and all we do is win. We are still on our money series where for every single Sunday of this year we'll be talking money topics, from how to make money, how to save money, how to fix that credit, and more. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into this. So when it comes to living paycheck to paycheck, there are some things that are just out of our control. The way minimum wage is set up these days, some people are really forced into those type of situations. However, there are sometimes things that are in our control, and that's the things we're going to focus on today. And the first thing that I discovered on my deep research into Google, you know how I do, was that I needed to stop creating new debt, and I needed to get rid of my old debt. When it comes to debt, I say avoid it, get rid of it, remove it, run away from it, do whatever you have to do. When you are on this journey trying to save money, do not go get any new loans. Yes, that new car looks very, very nice. I know. But still, don't go get it right now. And do not, I repeat, do not use your credit card. And that's one of the main reasons that I stayed in debt, was because I was struggling to pay on things that I bought like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. When you use your credit card, that's just your way of making future plans and reservations for your money. The money you don't even have yet. And you know, one of the things that get on my last nerves, I don't know about you, but like when you go to the store and you're out here trying to, you know, just shop around and get a few items, you go to check out and that cashier said, "Would you like to save 10% today by signing up for a new credit card?" Ma'am or sir, I am trying to get rid of the credit card I have now. Please do not offer me no more. Thank you. Your credit card should only be used for emergency purposes, or if you have the entire amount to cover whatever it is that you spend, because there are some benefits of using your credit card like rewards, but we won't get into that right now. And let me tell you something. Come here. Those new pair of shoes and that trip to Dubai is not an emergency. Back away from their new iPhone. So you know, the next thing that kind of kept us in a pickle, in a bind, in a hard, rough place, was the fact that we just overspent. And that's what we had to learn to stop doing. Stop overspending. And you know what I'm talking about? Spending all your money on fast food, that gym membership that you have not been to in 8 months. If you don't use it, it's time to lose it. So again, in my famous Google research, I found an article from CNBC that said, between dining out and taking trips, Americans are now spending an average of $765 more a month compared with last year. Now I know, trust me, I know, we were on lockdown, you know, we couldn't do anything, we couldn't go anywhere, you got sick of that house, and now you have a lot of catching up to do. I understand, but on the other hand, you did without that stuff for a while, so I think you can go a little bit longer without booking that flight to wherever you don't need to go right now while we're trying to save. And on Google, I found this other article that said Americans are spending about $18,000 a year on non-essential things. We have drinks, takeout, buying lunch, impulse purchases, ride shares, personal grooming, subscriptions, cable, online shopping, memberships, and the list goes on and on. Now, I am a millennial, I know, and a lot of times, you know, they always talking about us millennials, but some of the things, you know, are true. And something this generation is looking for is instant gratification, okay? The older generations are too, but still, everybody wants stuff now. It's my money and I want it now. But we have to change that view from short-term pleasure to long-term power. It is a power move to get your finances in order. Before I purchase anything, I look in the mirror at self say, and I ask myself these 3 questions. Is this something I want, or is this something I need? Can I buy it later? And lastly, can I afford to buy 2 of these right now? And if I can answer yes to at least 2 of 3 of these, then I'll proceed with caution. I'll really kind of, be like, okay, let's get it, but let me make sure. And I check in with hubby. Hubby like, girl, you don't need that. I know, baby, but I want it. You know how that go. You know how that goes. Sweet talking. But this honestly really helps me to determine if it's worth spending the money or if I'm just trying to scratch in it. If you are enjoying this video so far, please, please, please go ahead on and like it to help me out. All right, let's continue. So the next thing that helped us stop living paycheck to paycheck. Have you ever heard people say, you have to live within your means? Girl, you have to live within your means. You cannot be out here spending too much money. But I have one better for you. You shouldn't even be living in your means. You need to live below your means. I'm talking below sea level. Just because it's available does not mean you need to go ahead on and spend it. And that's what we always feel like. Because we get more money, we should be spending more money. I make $100,000 a year. I need a $100,000 a year house. I need to get everything that's gonna match how much is in my bank account. And that's not really true. But this is what we've decided to live by. If the lifestyle that we are currently living in is comfortable, then if we get a raise, we're going to continue to live in that lifestyle, and we're going to pocket the extra funds, invest it, whatever we decide to do. When we bought our home, we were approved for way more than what we ended up purchasing our home for. We decided to keep our mortgage at 30% of our net income. And another thing we did at this time is we bought an older model truck. Why? Because you don't have to go get the hottest thing smoking on the lot. You don't have to get a 2021 or 2022. Get something that's about 2 years older, because you'll get a better deal. And then when you drive off the lot, that thing gonna depreciate anyway. So you have to make smart investments. You don't want to be wasting your money. So something that helps us when it comes to spending is setting a budget for ourselves. And you don't necessarily have to sit down, set a full out budget, although I do suggest that. However, if you at least track your spending, watch what is going in and coming out of your account, then that will help you tremendously. You have to become a detective with your account and investigate every single purchase. I don't know about you, but Monique here have thought many times I can afford a thing, and I went on ahead, swiped that card, checked my account later that night, and saw that it was overdraft. Like, what? I know I had money in my account, but obviously I didn't. And now here I am, just donating to the bank, paying for non-sufficient fund charges, basically throwing money away. When you see what you have, know what you're working with, and basically make a plan for your finances, you will end up making better choices. And those choices will lead to you spending less money. And guess what? That's how the rich stay rich. Now, some people may be like, the rich people are buying all these things. Yeah, that is true. They are buying great things. But however, most of them are still spending less than they earn. That's the whole thing. And for yourself, I'm not telling you just to cut everything out completely. You just have to make smarter decisions in your spending. And you have to learn how to manage your money. You may think the hard part is becoming a millionaire, but no, it's really staying a millionaire. Look at Mike Tyson, for instance. He made $400 million during his career, and at the end of it had to file bankruptcy. So that goes to show it's not about you just making money, but it's about you keeping money. Now, while we out here tracking our expenses and setting budgets, there is something else we need to add to that budget, and that is an emergency fund. That's the next thing that helped us on this journey. When you create your emergency fund, that is basically your in case life happens plan, so that whenever something comes up, you don't have to stop paying the rent or stop paying the light bill, so that you can pay for whatever it is you need at that time. Then that puts you behind. You get all these late fees. You probably end up going into collections. This is really going to help you to be able to be comfortable wherever you are and be ready for whatever may come your way. And when I'm saving, I make sure I save before I do anything else. As soon as that check hit my account, I go ahead on and I pull out whatever I want to save, put it into my savings account, and then I pay bills and do whatever else I want to do after that. I do not pay first and then whatever left over put in my savings account. No ma'am, no sir. And this is where discipline is really gonna come in. You can't be going dip your hand into the cookie jar of their savings account. You have to learn self-control. And I just did a recent savings video on a plan that I am currently doing. If you are interested in seeing what I am doing and joining me on that journey, make sure you watch this video up here. But not right now, don't go anywhere yet. Watch this whole video and then go there later. I'll also put it down in the description. All right, guys, we have made it to the final thing that we have done to stop living paycheck to paycheck, and that's basically to get a side hustle. I just recently started an online business. YouTube is an online business for me as well, but you have to do something to get some extra funds coming in so that you could get yourself out of that kind of tight space that you are in right now. And I just recently did a video as well talking about one of the easiest side hustles that you can do online that will cost you absolutely nothing to get started. If you want to see that one, again, up there. But don't leave yet. Don't leave me yet, y'all. Wait until we done here and then you can go watch that. But if you can make an extra $20 a day, $20 will get you $7,300 by the end of the year. That's what $20 a day. If you can make an extra $50 a day, that will get you $18,250 by the end of the year. And you don't have to just do it online, although I really feel like that's the direction that we're moving in this world. Everything will probably be done online. But you could do anything to try to get that extra money. Not anything, you know. I'm not telling you go do anything, all right? But you can do something. There is so much out there available for you. You just have to learn to take advantage of it. And this extra money will help you in paying off debt. You know, we're trying to get rid of debt and not create new debt. And it will help you to be able to save more. And then it'll help you to be able to invest. Making more money does not mean spend more money. That's what we have learned out of this entire thing. All right, you beautiful people, that is pretty much all I have to tell you about our journey through getting out of this paycheck to paycheck situation. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like it. If you have not done so, also subscribe. We have a lot more good stuff coming up for you. And until next time, we are out. Peace.